Okay, today's actually really cool. I want to give some props to a PLARIUM moderator actually that came out with a strategy that's really, really nice. It's a free-to-play friendly strategy. It actually is, and I think it's really smart as well. And I actually know this guy. It's a strategy for beating the hardest boss in the game currently, which is floor 90 of Bommal, okay? The very hardest boss in the game. So shout out first and foremost to Ophelia here. Ophelia A1 is the Reddit person who posted this, otherwise known as Ophelia, the PLARIUM moderator. I've talked to this guy before. He's a good egg. He's a funny guy. I think I even back in the day made him a meme Photoshop picture way back in our PLARIUM chat when I was a PLARIUM moderator as well, of like him smoking a blunt with like a hat or something stupid. So the guy's a funny guy. Okay, I remember back in the day. Not really relevant to the point of the topic today, but shout out to him if he remembers me. I thought he was a pretty cool guy. What I want to show you here is this build. I also want to show you his YouTube video right here. I'm going to have it in the pinned comment of this video. It's going to be right there at the top as well as in the top of the description. So you can go look at the actual run in which he shows footage and proof of this actually happening. This is just a 5-minute video of him effectively doing the same moves over and over and over and over and over again to prove that the concept works. So we're not going to watch the whole video of his today. Plus, this is his video anyway. It's really just him standing here showing you he can kill the boss. So what we're going to break down instead is this Reddit post and talk about how this actually works and why this is actually a pretty exciting team by him. I want to say, if you want to actually get this full breakdown, I'll have this in the pinned comment in description as well. I recommend going and reading this because he did a really good job of breaking this down and kind of giving you the need to knows of it, okay, without it being too overly complicated. It's actually a fairly simple build. So let's get into it, okay? He says, hello everyone, but now you know how tough Bommal is mechanically, and yet his stats don't help either. What if I told you there's a champion which ignores both conditions and the champion was an epic? Great. Epic that the champion is. OGs will remember this champion, the Dungeon Solo Queen, Crimson Helm. So Crimson Helm is a champion that can do both block damage as well as defense up and revive on death. So she is very tanky and is sort of a solo type of character. Okay. Disclaimer, only use this strategy if you have no other means of performing the other strategy. So he's effectively saying this strategy is probably only going to work if you commit to this Crimson Helm, essentially, and Crimson Helm isn't a character you want to overcommit on. Good character, but I think that's kind of the warning he's saying here. Now, the conditions for this to work are actually pretty easy. Crimson Helm has to build the way it is shown. Speed lead will be needed to help reach the speed, Fushan, Ursula, etc. Basically, you have to have that speed lead aura, okay? The 24%, I believe, is what he's referring to. And Crimson Helm has to arrive to the boss solo, meaning your other characters need to die. This should be easy enough to accomplish just by having them remove their gear, okay? Now let's go ahead and look here. Crimson Helm, the gear he actually runs is regeneration gear and immortal gear. So he's looking to get his health back every turn is effectively what is happening here, okay? If you look at the actual stats, very easy to accomplish stats. 200 speed, that's plus 115. That's not that bad, okay? We can get plus 115 with 45 just right on the boots right off the bat. Then you're really leaving yourself only having to get 70 speed on the other 5 slots. So 12 speed plus some glyphs on average, you're right in there, okay? Might take a little bit of time to get the gear, but that is what he runs, okay? You look here, critical rate's only 31%, critical damage 108, so you don't need offensive stats. The HP, however, is 72,000. So it looks like he has HP primary, some speed, secondaries, fairly reasonable gear though. Once again, you look, he's got a blue piece there, some level 12 purples, 2 legendary pieces, one of which is obviously going to be speed boots. So not too crazy. Okay, looks achievable. Now, if we go here and we look at his stats, he's using War Master and he's using effectively the stats that are going to allow him to heal himself more, go faster when you have dead allies. Okay, so basically what he's doing here is he's optimizing the stats to get exactly the right speed you need to keep to make sure the speed is easy enough to achieve. I think that's fairly smart by him. So if we go here, the key concept of this is the bomb speed's 75, the boss speed's 250. So we want to go after the boss and before the bomb to use her A2 block skill. So effectively, he's got the speed figured out just here. So that how it ends up playing mechanically is you just basic attack until the bombs are going to go off next. Then when the bombs are going to go off next turn, you use your A2, which is the one that stops damage. Other than that, when the boss is going to effectively decrease the cooldown of your bombs. So let's say here the bomb uses the bus removal skill and used her A2 and both bombs land. So you have no buffs up and the bombs land. So you have 2 bomb debuffs on you, not the side bombs, but you have 2 bomb debuffs on you. Then you're going to use your A3. If this does not happen, meaning one of them resists or none of them land, then you don't use your A3. Okay, you use your A3 when both bombs are on, because that's when you're going to die. You can see this, again, pin description, you can see this happen here. Just to show you how it goes, he hit weak, so no bombs were placed, so he just basic attacks, okay? Here we go, the enemy basics, he just basics one more time, okay? Now the bombs are going to go off here. He got only one of them, okay? Only one bomb, so he uses his A2 here. Look at that, the bombs were going to go off, and he had one bomb on A2, okay? He gets hit weak. He has to wait, because he doesn't have 2 bombs on him yet. He basic attacks again, still waiting. 1 bomb, he still hasn't used his A3, okay? Keeps going, decrease the bomb timer, there you go, because it's only 1 bomb, still no 2 bombs, okay? You can see it's pretty much that simple. There has to be 2 bombs, and see, he does the shield before those get a turn. It's that simple. Shield up, there's 2 bombs, now he uses his A3, he has revive on death, he dies, and the character comes back to life in the same order, okay? It's that simple. So you get 2 bombs on you, you do. I have to say, big props to Ophelia for figuring this out, because this is a very smart way of doing this. It makes it easy. You just need the 200 speed, the speed lead, and the masteries, okay? Obviously, you have to have her booked. If you actually look at her in terms of books, she's not terrible in terms of books. I was looking at this earlier because I was like, you know, this might actually be something that I'm going to need to learn to use for my free-to-play, because I'm going to get stuck on the bomb guy for sure. If you look at her, she has 4 on the basic here, and then you're going to have 5 there, but then this is only 2. So if you land both of them, that's 2, and then this is 5. So it's 7 books you need for this strategy to effectively work if you don't land any on the basic. Otherwise, the basic's 4. And it's decreased attack anyway. It's a good hero. And you get ally HP in all dungeons as a good aura. So she's a good hero on the other side of it. She's going to help you a lot in faction wars. I actually think this is just a really cool, simple team. Doesn't need much discussion. Crimson Helm's going to be your solo. Obviously, you need a speed lead aura. So you're going to need somebody that's going to give you like 24%, not one of the dungeon ones, like 33%. It has to be Fushan, Lysandra, you know, what have you. One of those people that are going to actually give you this ally speed in all battles aura. But other than that, it's pretty much that simple. Once again, huge shout out to the guy. You can find this on Reddit. It's all going to be in the pinned comment. There's not much else to talk about. This doesn't need to be a 15-minute video dragging it on. I don't need to show the full run or anything. Everything you need is going to be in the description, in the comments. You can go read his guide, but that's it. It's that simple, really cool, nice job. Hopefully this helps everybody.